Okay, folks, I just prepped breakfast for the week. When I go into the studio, I always have low sugar greens juice and V8 that I start my day with. Sometimes I start with green tea or a black tea with a little bit of milk. But when I move on to food, I'll have a banana often, or some other piece of fruit, and usually some form of grains that's also high protein. And this is a good example. So, what am I showing you? These are overnight oats. Okay, so at the bottom, or most of it, is the Kodiak high protein oats, and I put milk in there, not water, milk, low fat milk, and then I put a little vanilla extract and um, uh, mix in some golden raisins, and I actually chopped up some dates in this one. And then I sprinkle cinnamon over the oats, and then on top of that, I put Greek yogurt, just um, plain low-fat Greek yogurt, and then I thread on some honey, which you can kind of see, and I didn't realize that we had hot honey in there. So apparently this week I'm getting a little bit of hot honey, and I tasted it. It's just got a tiny bit of a kick. That's fine. Okay, and then what's on top of that? Because obviously the yogurt and the honey is not the end of it. I also smear on a little bit of low sugar raspberry preserves from Trader Joe's, and then just a, I don't know, 20, maybe a little bit more than 20 tiny little semi-sweet chocolate chips. So that's overnight oats. Okay, so what are all these lovely looking things? These are pancake sandwiches. Okay, and the pancakes, I did sort of a Frankenstein recipe of typical egg banana pancakes. So I started with that, two eggs to each banana, and I did a double batch, and then also threw in some cottage cheese, some low-fat cottage cheese, and so that's a really wet batter. So how did I thicken it up? With the Kodiak chocolate pancake flapjack mix, and I just added until it felt like it was a pretty good consistency. Also threw in some Trader Joe's dried blueberries. It looks, well, let's see, two per, so that's 10. I did eat one, so 11 pancakes. And now what I do is I take Trader Joe's crunchy, roasted, unsalted almond butter, and I put that in just a little bit on each side and slap it together, and I freeze them. And they freeze great and they defrost great. And I'll have the pancake sandwiches Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the overnight oats on Tuesday and Thursday. So hopefully that looks somewhat tasty. It's absolutely delicious, good texture, and very filling and very high in protein. Probably each of these, both the overnight oats and the pancake sandwiches, are in the 40 plus gram range. Okay, take care.